Welcome, students. Let's dance. Welcome back to music, students. I really loved all of your Flipgrid submissions. It made me really excited to see what your favorite instruments and songs were and get to see your face. So many of you used creative filters for your videos, and it was so awesome. The song you just heard is not from the hip hop genre. It's from a different type of music, a genre called house music, which is somewhat related to electronic dance music, which is called EDM music. I'm going to play the song again, and I want you to listen for the repeated words. What words are happening over and over? Listen. The words that kept repeating over and over. Around the world. So we're actually going to take that small piece of the song and figure out the rhythm for it. So let's first repeat it back and forth. My turn, then yours. Around the world, around the world. Your turn, go. Around the world, around the world. Let's go ahead and do it with our 5 and 2 rhythm clapping. Okay, my turn, then yours. Around the world, around the world. Your turn, go. Thinking back to kindergarten, I want you to think about when we used to do short and long sounds. Last time we talked about 4/4 meter, and here is an example of music in 4/4 meter, Around the World, the song we were just listening to. Some of these icons do not look familiar to you, and we're going to talk about them. But let's talk about the ones we do know. Here you see 4/4 meter. Say it, go. Here we have a quarter rest. Say that one. That one is an empty beat. Nothing's happening. Then we have something new. This is called an eighth rest. Say eighth rest. That is also where nothing's happening, but it's only half of the beat. So if the quarter rest is a whole beat of rest, the eighth rest is just half of the beat, which is why then it's followed by an eighth note, because half of the beat is empty, then half of the beat has sound. And the eighth note is by itself. We talked about last year how the flag hangs down when you cut an eighth note, a toddy, in half. So far we just have rest, rest, then an eighth note by itself, which is going to be the syllable D. Then we land on a quarter note, our old friend ta, quarter note. Then we have regular eighth notes, toddy. Here we have a bar line which separates 4 beats in every measure. Then we just have a whole measure of nothing but eighth notes. So that's just going to sound toddy, 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 toddy. And then we have another bar line followed by one more eighth notes. This is not a complete measure, but it will be the end of our pattern for today. So let's go back to the beginning. We have rest, rest, D, ta, toddy, 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 toddy. Do it with me, 5 and 2, go, rest, D, ta, toddy, 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 toddy. Ms. Beckman, that does not sound like the cool song we just heard. Yes, I know, but trust me, we're going to transform it to sound exactly like it. And the way we do it is through a new rhythmic device called tie. Everyone say tie. Wait, you mean like when I tie my shoes? Yes, it looks kind of like a smiley face. Take a look at the next slide where we're adding the ties. These ties connect notes to where you only say the first one in the smiley face. So if we only say the first one, These eighth notes are now going to be connected into kind of a quarter note long sound. So let's go from the beginning again. Follow along with your eyes and your fingers. Rest, rest. Dee, ta, ta, dee, 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 dee. Interesting. So now we have a closer sound to around the world. Let's try it with the around the world words, like this. Around the world, around the world, around the world, around the world. So if we translate that into long and short sounds, it's actually going to do this, with these green dots being our short sounds and the purple lines being our long sounds. It's going to be short, long, 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 short. And so if you think about when the two eighth notes are tied together, it makes a long. So it's basically what we learned back in kindergarten. Let's do the rhythm like this. Short, long, 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 short. Let's try that together. We'll slow it down just a little bit. Ready, set, go. Short, long, long, short. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and press play again, and we will practice short, long, long, short with rhythm claps. Excellent job. It matched. Now, students, we're going to talk about a different type of language. Some of us speak English, some of us speak Spanish, or maybe a different language, but there's another kind of language that is not actually spoken, but it's showed with signs. And that is called American Sign Language, or ASL. So we're going to learn how to say around the world in American Sign Language. To say around the world in American Sign Language, first we're going to say the word around, which you use one hand here and take the other finger and point around it like that. That means around. Let's try that. Good. Next, I want you to try the word world. Make two W's with your fingers and then go around each other and land. So let's try world again. W's, around, land. This is very important to practice because you're actually about to submit a Flipgrid video showing that you know how to do this. So go ahead and practice right now so that you can do it. So let's do around first. Around and add world, world. Let's do that together again. Around the world, around the world. Practice that a couple times and then submit your Flipgrid. You don't have to talk in your Flipgrid, you just have to do the motions. All right, students, now we're going to warm up our singing voices. So go ahead and sit up tall because your body is an instrument and try it like this. Woo! Woo, 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 woo! Good. Some students in second grade only know so and me and la. But guess what, second grade students, you're about to jump up some levels and learn the whole scale. Third graders, you guys only knew do, re, mi, so, and la. But fourth graders, you guys already knew this whole scale, so this is a review for you. So I need your help. Let's practice. Start with do at your waist level. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If it's a challenge for you right now, don't worry, we're going to keep working on it. Today, we don't need this whole scale. All we need are these notes, and we're going to figure out the notes for around the world. Let's think. Around the world, around the world. Okay, it starts on do. Do, ti, do, re. Try that little piece. Do, ti, do, re. Now try do, ti, do, mi. Your turn. Do, ti, do, mi. Now let's try those two pieces together. Do, ti, do, re, do, ti, do, mi. And we're just missing one more note at the end. Do, ti, do, re, do, ti, do, mi, do. So go ahead and try to sing it with me. Here you have colorful dots and lines to help you out. Do is red, ti is purple, re is orange, and of course mi is yellow. So study it real quick, use your hand signs, think through the pattern, and of course the dots are going to be our short notes and the lines are our long notes like we studied just earlier. Okay, students, now that you've practiced your pattern, let's try it together. Your voice is going to move up and down like this pattern. Ready, set, go. Do, ti, do, re, do, ti, do, mi, do. I want you to keep practicing this pattern because guess what? Next week in music, this is going to be your Flipgrid assignment. It's not today, it's for next time, so keep practicing it. Let's do it one more time to make sure we got it. Ready, set, go. Do, ti, do, re, do, ti, do, mi, do. Excellent job, students. And if you want to look up that song on YouTube and practice more, it's called Around the World by Daft Punk. All right, students, we're moving on to our rhyming activity today. Last time we worked a lot on rhyming on beat 4 with various patterns here in the chart. I'm going to practice creating 2 lines of a rhyme. Your homework on the Flipgrid is going to be to do the same thing. Ms. Beckman's going to model with number 1. All of our rhymes need to start with the stem around the world. So think about what is around the world. What do you think when you think around the world? I'm going to type my poetry right here as a model for what you're going to do for your homework. So I'm writing, around the world, people want to be free. Now I used the word free as my ending word, but now I've got to make a second line that rhymes with free. My rhyming word with free is going to be key. Respecting people's dignity is the key. So if we want people around the world to be free, then we really need to respect people's dignity. Now, you all know what respect is. We talk about it all the time. Dignity is somebody's inherent value. It's inside of them no matter what they do, how they look, how they act, they still have dignity. And so if we respect people's dignity, which means their inside value that cannot be taken away, then I think around the world, people will start to feel more free. And I know I would. So that's my poem. Now, for your poem in your homework for Flipgrid, you have a choice. Your choice is going to be to either do one of 2 things. Number 1, you can speak the rhyme that Miss Beckman made. Around the world, people want to be free. Respecting our dignity is the key. You can speak that on the Flipgrid if you want. Or you can pick your own rhyme, starting with the sentence stem around the world. Just make sure that when you complete the stem, you're taking the last syllable of the first line and making a rhyme with the last syllable of the next line. Good luck on your Flipgrid. Go ahead and do it. And after the Flipgrid, there's going to be a special surprise. Thank you for submitting your Flipgrid. We're going to end class today with a type beat by one of our own students' favorite artists who he told me about on last week's assignment. This is a type beat about Moonlight by Triple X. And I'm going to say my poetry over this beat. Around the world, Protecting people's dignity is the key. Thanks, students, and I can't wait to hear your poetry. See you next time.